any of it other than letting nature take out half of the world?
Wow. The one thing that I keep on going back to in my thought is that there has to be a change in people's hearts and the way we look at each other. Instead of treating each other as material objects, we treat each other as we would point out that we are empathetic towards each other and care about each other. I would want to see a change in human emotional state, so that we do not have this propensity for violence.
Well, one thing I would add to that, because now millionaires and billionaires, I mean, some of them donate a lot of money. I'm not saying they don't. But to put that kind of money in a place that does nothing, and they're going to die, and that money's still going to be in that place. Imagine, and I just say, why give the money away when you die? Why not give it away and watch what you can do with it? I mean, if you were a billionaire right now, and like I've been trying to get in touch with Oprah for 15 years. I said, imagine, I know she created this thing in Africa and everything, but inside the United States, you live here. So imagine building a center in every town for abused women. What you could do. Or children that need a real home. These foster created homes with multiple children are even a better place than some of the places they're put. So imagine taking this money that's sitting there doing nothing and do something incredible with it. I don't understand that. Sure, I'm not a billionaire or a millionaire right now, and I don't want to be, because somewhere in the interim, it's like a disease. Money in itself affects the brain. It doesn't affect the soul, but it affects the brain, and the brain thinks more money. So if we can separate the idea that people that play sports shouldn't get paid millions of dollars, people that beat people up shouldn't get paid $180 million to beat somebody up. How is that possible? In the United States. I mean, in the old days when they had the gladiators and stuff, how much did they pay to go to see a gladiator fight? Anything? But in the interim now, we're no better. I mean, we're a lot worse because we put lots of money. You have 3 children, I got to bring them all to the game. All that money. And you go watch a game, and then how many children die within that hour, 2 hours of that time frame? Starvation, homeless, and things like that. Do people reflect on anything other than their own personal ego and what's going on in that realm? It's sadly not true, because we can program them with aliens now. Well, the aliens are going to help you. They're going to make everything better. So let's put a daydream, and I call them visionaries, which Barbara Max Hubbard is one of the top visionaries on the planet right now, I guess. She's one of the oldest ones, who talk about this perfect future. And then I heard the Dalai Lama come out and say maybe in 4 incarnations, the world will be at peace. We can't make it through the next 20 years if we don't form some kind of boundary as far as peace and love and compassion. Something has to change, because the weapons we play with are too dangerous. I mean, the CERN, people have no clue. You mentioned CERN, mentioned HAARP, mentioned chemtrails. Most people still don't know what they are. How could you not know what's destroying the planet? I just asked a guy today, do you know what fracking is? No, I know they do it. They do fracking, and you don't know what it is? They do it here in Hawaii, and you don't know what they're doing? Don't you think it would be interesting to know what they do in your own country, your own state, your own island? I mean, it's amazing how people block out everything else. And sure, if you say you want to go have sex, you want to go out and party, that's the first thing they'll say yes to. And then what do they tell you? Don't talk about religion. Don't talk about God. Don't talk about anything. Let's talk about the weather and getting high. I guess that's where mentality's supposed to be. So, Bruce, I know your stories are incredible as well. We create and live with our stories. How much we want to bring them out to the world is up to us. Whether we even feel we should or we shouldn't. It is critical, because if we do, we are looked upon. I'm looked upon as crazy. I accept it, and I'll say it. I'm crazy, go insane. And I don't mind doing that and being that, because most people are sane going crazy. I'd rather be going in the opposite direction than everybody else. That's just the way I feel. But when you deal with other people, and you go to a party, oh, you don't talk about that stuff. Oh, nobody wants to hear about that. What do you want to talk about? I went to the most bizarre places and the bizarre things going on, and you still can't talk about certain things there either. But you could talk about bondage, you can talk about all these other strange, bizarre situations, which is okay to those people. So,
it's all deviant thinking.
Yeah, we have to, I don't know, even, you know the name, well, he claims to have the Ark of the Covenant. He claims he's going to change the vibration of the planet. Mr. Harriman, he was here in Hawaii. He wanted to get a couple $1 million because he wanted to buy a machine that will link his up with the one that the government has. And he has a multiple following. Melchizedek, 2 years ago, he came out, said publicly, he was going to introduce the crystal race, which lives inside the earth, to the world. So these people that make these claims, why don't they ever follow through? You're going to make a claim that big, you need to prove it and do something.
Yeah, something of it. Something right. If you got that capability,
I mean, if you do. It's a big if, and it's a good story. It makes a good way to make people come and pay and give you money. But the action...
That's the bottom line.
Right. What's the bottom line?
You know, gimme. I want money.
Right. It's about money. It's not... See, I've been giving my books away now for many years. I just feel the truth's in it, and people need to have it, and I don't care if they pay for it or not, and I really don't want them to pay for it. My new book, hopefully in a year I'll be giving it away for free. I mean, I still want to, I have it out there. I didn't put it out to make money. I put it out there to put the truth out there that I perceive as true. And what I say in my teaching, the way I talk, is listen to what I say, prove to yourself what you can about what I say. And if you can't prove anything, don't accept anything. I'm not making you or trying to. When Jesus said, "He who have no faith, follow me," he didn't want people that have a programmed idea that weren't willing to let go of it. You can't be in a space where you're not ready to move from one space to the other. If the space is a better space, why wouldn't you move into it? If you're in a cave that's 2 feet by 6 feet and you're standing there, and you can move into a cave that's 1,000 feet wide, wouldn't you rather take that space and move into a bigger space? Or would you rather stay in that little teeny spot and stay there? You got a choice. Soul has its choice. And if we don't perceive to move forward, we don't. And all the options that we have to realize, and I hate to go back to the Ten Commandments. We need to believe who we are and understand that before we could accept anybody else as our teacher, our ruler, our controller. And the laws, if they're wrong, we're supposed to change them. Well, we can't change them. Well, you give up so much, you never could get back what you give up when you give up too much. Because your life will be over. We have a short time. 125 years on this planet isn't a long time. And if you made it longer, you would just be a longer zombie walking around on the planet seeing your family die. But 125 years is the max right now. So do you want to live that long? I don't. I don't know why people would want to. But see, people hold on to their limited perception, their limited awareness, and they're not willing to increase that, which is easy. It doesn't take that much energy. It takes time to make that grow and grow and grow. Just like a plant, you got to keep watering it. But if you do certain things, it will grow. But if you don't try, it doesn't do anything. If you stay programmed and listen to the programs, if we listen to Trump all day long, we listen to what other people say, we don't go anywhere better than where we are right now. If we can come out with the truth and at least put a better awareness of what's going on. And I didn't think we'd have so much in common because evolution is there, and I'm not saying it's not, but we need to, if we have the ability to create evolution for ourselves, why not make it better? Make ourselves better. We don't need 3 arms and 10 legs or none of that stuff, but we need to be real to ourselves so we can be real to the world. I mean, the animals, they're the victim. I don't think there's one creature on this planet that somebody doesn't eat somewhere on the planet, which is pretty scary. I mean, China, cats and dogs. I mean, go to these countries where they eat people. I mean, they're still eating people. And I don't even want to get into that. That's a sick, perverted idea, but it's still real. So, when do we stop? Cut it out. I just got a joke told me. But we need to look at reality. Where do we want to plant our next foot? How far do we want to take that path? And the path is never ending. If people realize that Earth isn't the ultimate destination, maybe they would want to leave it. The same as insects. They're happy here. But then again, if you look at how nature created all things, just about every creature has a terror-attacking creature attacking them. I mean, even the dolphins are attacked by sharks. I mean, sharks are attacked by dolphins. Whales can scarf up things. Killer whales eat almost everything. I mean, there's something that attacks something else all the time. The cat kingdom attacks almost everything running in the woods. So it's not like there's certain creatures that aren't attacked. Turtles are one of the few creatures that don't have a real aggressive attack except the human race now. And when we become the terrorists to creatures, it's pretty sad. Like you said, evolution created a system that they all interact and take out each other to keep it in balance. Mankind doesn't know what the word balance means as far as creatures, animals, fish, and nature. And we change it. We alter the air. We've been altering with chemtrails since the 50s. And I don't think people have a clue. You don't think in even 50 years people would understand what a chemtrail is and how they used it in the 50s? So there's history out there that people could read and get a greater understanding of the things that really affect our reality in the present. And that's where we live. I mean, we could live in dream world, we can live in fantasy world, but we are here in this physical reality, looking at people, working with people. We have children, families. Do we respect each other? And the word respect, I mean, in the Bible, I mean, the Ten Commandments, it talks about respect. Respect is, you have to be respected, but you also have to give respect back. You don't get respect from not giving it out. Because if a father wants a child to respect them, they have to respect their child as well. It's a two-way deal. It's not a one-way deal. And since man interprets a lot of things, it's always about man. The whole Muslim religion is based on man, not woman. Again, we can go into that, which I don't mind. I know some people do. I deal with the truth. I deal with their reality. And the bottom line is, no matter what you believe, no matter what you say, look at reality of what it does. Does it help people in any way? Prayer. Everybody believes in prayer. Prayer doesn't change. We're still the most ignorant race alive right now. And all the prayers that get said every day, everywhere around the world, by every race, and we're still that. And look at the churches that claim they pray. Really? To what? Abduct children? So it's sad society. And I agree, Bruce, and I know you agree with me a little about the world needs to be cleaned off. We can't move forward. That's why I totally understand why Noah's Ark happened, and they don't even have that story right. Science wants to make it into this new age space thing. No, it was simple. If you even read the Bible, you would understand what Noah's Ark was about. It wasn't about getting all the animals on the planet and putting them in a boat. It was 120 pairs of animals. There's thousands of animals and creatures on the planet, thousands and thousands. They couldn't have gotten any of them because they were on other parts of the world. People are just so ignorant. The facts, I mean, even when the facts in front of their face, they translate it to make it fit their own belief. When ancient aliens say they took the DNA of all the animals and put them in a boat. Really? I mean, it's just this weird idea. they found